This video is taken from a graduate-level course prepared and presented by the Royal Architectural Institute of Canada as a part of the RAIC's Syllabus program, the National Alternative Path to Architectural Licensure in Canada. It was created to support learning for students of architecture and foreign licensed architects interested in learning about architectural practice in Canada. The course may be taken as either a credit course with an official RAIC syllabus transcript provided at completion, or in modules offered as architectural continuing education. For more information about the RAIC's continuing education courses, please go to raic.org/continuing education. For more information about the RAIC syllabus program, please go to raic-syllabus.ca/home.
Welcome to the first presentation of Lesson Unit 1, Introduction to Accessibility. At the completion of this presentation, you will be able to observe and infer the impact of accessibility on built form from an alternative perspective. This presentation briefly reviews the impact of accessibility on the built form from an alternative perspective as narrated in the upcoming story of The Disabled Village. The Disabled Village story is a great way to start thinking about accessibility. This adapted story was originally written in the early 70s and is reflective of the language of the time. It's meant to give you a different lens to think about accessibility in the built environment. Imagine a town full of physically impaired people, all wheelchair users. They run everything: the shops, the factories, the schools, the television studio, the lot. There are no able-bodied people. So naturally, when the town is built, the community decides that it is pointless to have ceilings 10 feet high and doors that are 7 feet high. It's just a lot of wasted space that needs heating, they say. So the ceilings are built at 7 feet and the doors at 5 feet. In every way, they design the place the way they want. And over the years, these proportions are standardized by regulation. One day, a few able-bodied people come to stay. One of the first things they notice is the height of the doors. And the reason they notice this is because they keep hitting their heads. They come to stand out by the bruises they carry on their foreheads. Some doctors, psychiatrists, and social workers become involved. The doctors do extensive research and conclude in their learned reports that the disabled able bodies suffer from loss of or reduction of functional ability, and the resulting handicap causes disadvantages or restriction of activity. Working parties are formed. Many professionals and caring people are worried about what becomes known as the problem of the able-bodied. Throughout the town, there is a rapid growth of real concern. Specially strengthened helmets are distributed free to the able-bodied to be worn at all times. Orthotists design braces which give support and relief while keeping the able-bodied wearer bent to a normal height. Of course, this unnatural position creates other kinds of problems. It's stopping people from hitting their heads, but now, because they're bending over, the able-bodied seem to be looming over the people that they're talking to. People start to feel really uncomfortable around the able-bodied. They don't feel comfortable working with them. They feel kind of weird, and the able-bodied wearing the braces and the helmets feel like they stand out quite a bit. Not only do they stand out, but they feel like they're being stigmatized. In addition to feeling like they stand out and being stigmatized, they also start to experience a great deal of back pain and other health and social issues. So naturally, they need to go see the doctor more, and they need to get more pain medication as a result. So it's difficult for these people to find jobs because nobody wants to work with people they feel uncomfortable with. Employers work about able-bodied people taking extra time off work or requiring additional benefits. Finding employment is a major problem for the able-bodied. One man, for instance, applies to become a television interviewer, but he must have a special medical examination when he applies for a job. The doctor, naturally, points out in the report that it would be rather strange to have a television interviewer with a bent back who wears a helmet all of the time. Of course, the man doesn't get the job and is advised to accept the limitations of his disability. Finance, of course, becomes a major problem. Various groups of compassionate wheelchair users get together and form registered charities. Twice yearly, they hold a collection day, and of course, there is an annual telethon and the Miss Wheelchair Village quest. Upturned helmets are left in pubs and shops for people to drop their small change into. There is heartening support for organizations such as the Society for Understanding the Disabled Able-Bodied. There is talk of founding special homes. At some point, somebody asked the question, do you know the able-bodied are people too? Maybe we should just design the built environment so that we have 8-foot-tall ceilings and 7-foot-high doors. Well, this is met with complete incredulity. Do you have any idea how much that would cost? Do you have any idea how much more materials that would mean? Do you have any idea how much more it would cost to heat and cool all that additional air volume? What about all of the existing building stock that doesn't have these things? Are you seriously suggesting we have to go redesign or tear down everything and rebuild it? No, that's ridiculous. So unfortunately, the only answer seems to be to create charities in support of these poor people. End of discussion. But then one day, it dawns on the able-bodied that there's nothing actually wrong with them, just that society excludes them. They form a union to protect themselves and campaign against segregation. They argue that if ceilings and doors were raised, there would be no problem. But unfortunately, everyone sees this as a foolish suggestion. But who is everyone? And who are the fools?
In summary, through this narrated story, we hope to have initiated a different way of thinking about disabilities and to better identify the impacts of accessibility in built form for people and society. Summarize and share your thoughts and ideas on the discussion board in reaction about this alternate perspective. Then, review and comment on at least 3 of your classmates' postings. Thank you for watching.